procrastination. I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me, and I said I'm going to grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press toward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power every single day. I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Patrick, and in today's video I'm going to be running you through how I cook my chicken, how I cook my meal prep. If you guys know me, if you guys have been following me, you'll probably know that my go-to like meal prep is chicken, which is like, you know, the classic bro chicken and rice and broccoli or whatever, but I do a little bit different. So as you guys know, I'm a skinny guy, or I was a skinny guy, and then my maintenance calories is really high already, and currently I'm eating in a calorie surplus, which I will be bringing a full day of eating very soon. But I want to eat in a calorie surplus, and with a high maintenance, that's very hard to do. So for me, like a calorie surplus right now, a 300 calorie surplus is like 3,300 calories. My maintenance is basically 3K. I would say it hovers between 2,800 and 3,000. And like if I have a really crazy workout, it's going to be close to 3,000. So for me to be in a surplus, I need 3,300 calories. And with a lot of chicken breast, that's not easy to do. Chicken breast is pretty low calorie dense, but you know, high protein dense. So that's all right. But for a skinny guy trying to get bigger, chicken breast is not optimal. The most optimal thing, which is what I eat and what I've eaten since the beginning of my transformation, are chicken thighs. Now, they are very, very similar in protein content. So chicken breast does have a slight edge on chicken thighs in protein, but in overall calories, if you want less calories, chicken breast for sure. If you want more calories, chicken thighs, 100% way to go. I'll throw up the stats of MyFitnessPal up here so you guys can see, you know, chicken breast comparative to chicken thighs. And for me, the way that like I go barbecue usually, and between chicken breast and chicken thighs taste way better because there's more fat on them, so they're way more juicier. And then I have my marinade that I'll show you guys how I marinate it, and then how I do it overnight. And then I'll show you guys right now how I barbecue it, how I cook it, and then what it looks like after. How like I don't get sick of it ever because that's just how good it is. And yeah, so I'm gonna start the barbecue right now. We're gonna get cooking. Before that, I'm going to roll right now how I marinate it, and then what I do with my marinade to make it, you know, juicy and nice and never getting old. So I'm going to roll that right now, and then I'll pick it back up when we're about to chef it up on the barbecue. Okay, so basically for the marinade, you're not going to need a lot of stuff. All you're going to need is, of course, your chicken, your sauce of choice. So for me, that was 2 different teriyakis in this little combo. And then salt, of course, pepper, of course. You can also add in some garlic powder if you have. I didn't have it, so I just went without it. It doesn't make too much of a difference, but yeah, so basically you're going to want to just throw your chicken in like I'm doing here. It was a little bit frozen. You don't want it to be frozen, obviously. Then you're going to take your sauce / marinade. You're kind of just going to want to glaze it all around. I like to do it so that like almost like more than half of all the chicken is submerged kind of in the sauce. And then, see, I didn't have a lot left, so that's why I used this sort of secondary marinade, so I could make it like it was a bit more liquidy, and then it would fill up a little bit more. But yeah, so I mean, you can mix sauces if you want, but these were both a teriyaki, so it went well. So that's the second one there, and this is more like marinade-y. The other one was more like a sauce, so it's kind of thicker. So yeah, so I'm just like lathering it all up, making sure to kind of like cover almost every piece of chicken with this marinade, just so like they all get even love, even, you know, juice, and they all stay juicy when we barbecue them. And then you're going to want to take, of course, your pepper, just pepper it all around. And then if you have garlic powder, like I said, you can throw that in there if you want. And then yeah, so just doing a lot of pepper. I'm generous with it because, you know, this is like what, 15-20 chicken thighs, so salt and pepper I'm pretty generous with because I'm going to be mixing it around. So yeah, just going to do that. And then add your garlic powder if you want. And then what I do, I literally stab the chicken. As you can see right here, I'm just going at it, and then I'll mix it up. But I like to stab the chicken just so like there's like, I guess, cuts in it, and then the sauce can seep through and soak in like all the way to the middle instead of just the surface. And then it can like absorb overnight, I guess, when we leave it in the fridge. But yeah, so I just cut it up a little bit instead of like slicing it. I just like stab it so that it, you know, sauce absorbs it and all that good stuff. I go freaking Jason Freddy Krueger on this and just cut this shit up. But yeah. And then this is another sauce that I like to use. Switch it up with some honey garlic this time. And then what I do is I saran wrap it, and then I walk it on over to my fridge where I let it sit in my fridge for overnight, and then let that, you know, that marinade just keep marinating overnight, and then tomorrow I'll take it out and barbecue it. All right, so I'm showing on my balcony type thing right now where my barbecue's at. It's pretty dark back here, so I'm gonna try my best to record it, but it's just a propane barbecue, so I started up, it's getting warm. Master Chef, I guess, like, I don't really know, man. I just use it, I cook with it, it's whatever, where it does the job. So yeah, so letting it get warm. I just have it on low heat for right now. I hope you guys can see. I hope you can see when I start cooking, because it looks super dark, so I'm gonna try my best. But it's supposed to rain tonight, so I have the cushions all messed up, but I'll probably give you guys a tour once I sit out here to eat my breakfast or something in my full day of eating, because it's a really dope spot here, and it looks like it's supposed to be. It looks nice when it's like done up, but it's raining, so we got the cushions on the side. But yeah, so I'm just heating up the barbecue right now, and then I'm gonna head over to my fridge here, and I'll grab the chicken that we put in last night to let that, you know, marinate overnight. So yeah, and if you guys saw the video of me marinating it, I put it in a teriyaki. But I actually cooked that up last week, and then I'm recording this now. So right now in it, it's a honey garlic, and it's a little bit different. I mean, same idea and everything. Let me get into good lighting though. All right, so that's better. So it's the same idea and everything, man. Like, you can change up the flavors, you can change up the sauces with however way you like it. But so I just decided to do honey garlic because I did teriyaki last time. It ends up honestly being the same, and that's a good way that you guys can keep it fresh and not get bored of it, because it's going to taste amazing. And then also, like, you never get tired of the flavors because you're constantly switching up sauces. So you know, if you follow me elsewhere, you'll know that I basically eat very similar stuff almost every day, and the way that I manage that is just by always switching up sauces and like spices and, you know, marinades and all that type of stuff, so that I am eating similar foods, but they always do taste different because of that reason. So I encourage you guys to do so, of course, obviously if it fits your macros. But once that gets heated up, I'm going to throw the chicken on, and I'll show you guys how I cook it. Alright, so the temperature is, come on focus, a little bit over 300 as you can see. So let's open it up. Oh shit, there's some fire going on. Alright, whatever. Burning off that little extra, that's fine. Good, get some good lighting now. Alright, so usually I'll get 2 pair of tongs because I don't want to touch the raw chicken and then put it on, and then, you know, with like the raw salmonella on the tongs, pick up the good chicken and put on the plate. So this will be the raw one, that'll be the good one. I'm not sure if it really makes too much of a difference, but it's better safe than sorry, because who wants salmonella poisoning? Not me. So hope you guys can see this all. Actually, I'm gonna switch them just because, to make it easier. So alright, let's get it going. So, you know, you're just gonna want to grab the chicken, of course, throw it on the grill. Now, oh man, the lighting is pretty shy. I really hope you guys can see this, or else I'm gonna be pissed. But yeah, so just gonna do that with each piece, and I'll pick it back up when we're done. And then one thing I like to do is, there's gonna be sauce at the bottom here, so before I put each piece on, I like to like make sure to lather it up and mix it up so it's fully like sauced up, each piece, before I throw it on the barbecue. Alright, so all the chicken's on right now. We're gonna go, there's a little bit of sauce left, but I got as much as I could. So now we're gonna let this sit for about a minute. The barbecue's on decently high heat. I'm actually gonna turn it up a little bit more, because I do like it charcoaly on the end. So if you do like it not charcoal, then I would suggest that you put it on very, very much lower heat. Don't put it on as high as I did. And then now, while we're waiting for like a minute or 2 minutes on there, we're gonna put this bowl in the sink. We're gonna get it washed up real quick. And you know, a lot of people with their cooking, they like to do it in like kind of like a system where they'll do like, you know, 1 minute, 2 minutes on this, flip, whatever. But honestly, for me, a lot of the stuff that I cook and a lot of stuff that I do, I kind of just go by eye, and that's like the best way that I know, because I want it a certain way, so I don't really like track time, like, oh, I'll wait 2 minutes, blah, blah, blah. I'll just go on my phone, I'll sit near the barbecue, and then whenever I think, you know, a good amount of time's passed, usually about a minute, minute and a half, check on the chicken, give it a good flip, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when it needs to be flipped. Alright, so I washed up the bowl and the tongs. You know, we gotta multitask. You know, we're trying to run a multi-billion-dollar corporation, a fitness brand, a YouTube channel, Instagram, TikTok, and a student, and a chef all at once, so we gotta be multitasking. Let's check on that chicken now. So as you can see here, these are not be ready to flip because they're so pink and all that goodness. But if you can see that guy at the top there, let me grab my flashlight just so you guys can see. a little bit better. That guy at the top there is pretty white. There's still a little bit pink on him, but that's okay because we're going to flip it. Right when they're getting kind of white around the edges, that's when you want to flip. So these ones are still can keep going a little bit, but these, you know, these two in the corner here, they can be flipped. And then by the time we flip those, we'll be good on the other ones. So I'm going to flip them right now. So I'm going to flip them right now. I'm still using the raw tongs just because they're raw on one side. They might be a little bit stuck. So I'm just going to scoop them a little bit. See, I like them like that. I'm going to pull this off and just show you guys in the light. But this is how I like it. A little bit char, a little bit alright. It's a little bit white, but it'll brown up once we continue to go. So flip this one as well. So I let this sit for about a minute and a half. Honestly, I just, you know, like, look, that's perfect. This is exactly how I want it. Just like that. It keeps it nice and juicy this way. And then I like the char on it. So I let it sit for about a minute and a half while I went inside and cleaned that bowl. So I don't time it exactly, but I come out and look. So like, I'm in no rush to flip these. They're still a little bit pink, so I might let them all sit a little bit. But usually the corner ones get done first, so that's why I flip those. So I'm going to close this up now for another 15-20 seconds, and then we'll flip these bad boys. Alright, so literally 30 seconds later. Now, let's get into how I like them. I'll show you guys the flash one more time just so you see exactly what we want. See, it's still pink, but it's getting white. So once it gets white on the opposite side, that's when you're going to flip. And then, so I'll flip them all right now. Now, I got to be careful because they might be a little bit stuck. So I'm just going to try to scoop them so they don't get stuck there. And perfect. Not too charry, not too like black charcoal. Just the right amount. We're going to flip all these. And then I might flip them over one more time right at the end just to get a good char sear. That one is perfect. And I'll show you guys after when I cut them open, but this is how they stay nice and juicy, man. You don't want to like burn the shit out of them, because that's when it's going to get really dry. And especially, see, that one's a little not quite done yet, so I might leave these other guys on a little bit longer. This guy can flip. But when you char the shit out of them, that's when they get nice and dry. Yeah, that one's nice. Alright. I don't know about this guy. Let's see. And it's alright. See, this one's a little bit white, not as charred, but it's okay if we just flip them early just so they're all kind of together. And then we can flip them back on their other side one more time right at the end. So now I flip them over once, so these tongs are done. We're going to close that. And we're going to wash the raw tongs and then use the good ones that are just chilling over here. And to be honest with you guys, this shit is going to take me less than 15 minutes. These on the barbecue, like, even on low to / medium heat, don't take long to cook at all. So I'm going to check on them right now. It's only been a minute since I flipped them. But we do have the first ones that were flipped a bit early. So it's a little bit harder this time around because we don't have, you know, you can't kind of see it cooking through the other side. So we kind of just have to keep checking on them. So let's check on the first ones that we flipped, the first three. They think they might be done already. Let's see. Yeah, so that's done already. Like, that's charred on both sides right there. So that's done. And if you guys can probably see right now already, these things are juicy as hell. So yeah, this one, second one we flipped, also done. A little bit black, a little bit charred too much. Should have taken them off a little bit earlier, but it's alright. And this one, see, like, it's not pink inside, it's just white. That's how you keep them juicy, guys. Like, don't grill them to shit. This one, see, the smaller ones cook a bit faster, so you gotta be careful. But yeah, like, these are almost, like, these are all basically done. Let's see, that one done. Yeah, we're good. I really hope the lighting's good, guys. I might reshoot this if it's not, but you know, it is what it is. See, that one we can keep it a little bit longer, a couple more seconds. But yeah, this guy too, we can leave him there for a little bit longer. This guy's probably done right here. Yeah, this guy's done. Alright, so we just want to, you don't want to grill the shit out of them or else it's going to get dry. I know I keep saying it, but I want to make sure you guys get it. That's how to keep your food delicious. That's how to keep your meal prep juicy. But yeah, like, this is taking me less than 15 minutes. I'll do a little juice test with you guys after. But I'm going to leave this on for another 30 seconds. These couple guys, let them finish up, and then we'll be done. Alright, so this isn't the kitchen, you know, we're all done with the cooking, but just look at that juice. Let me see. Look how juicy that is, bro. That's not raw. That is sauce. That's marinade. That is juiciness. I'm going to cut it open right now and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So this is the plate. It is just looking delicious. Let me cut this one open here and show you guys just how juicy it is on the inside. And that is perfect. Perfectly white. Just look at the juices, man. Perfect chicken. And that is honestly it. So it's a little bit of a shorter video, but that's basically it. That's how I barbecue my chicken for my meal preps and all that stuff. You can, add rice, add pasta to your meal preps, but recently I just been cooking up the chicken all at once, and then I'll cook whatever carb and veggie source I'm going to eat that day. I'll just cook that up fresh and then eat it with the chicken. But yeah, so this is good for like 4 or 5 days, honestly, in the fridge. And then when you warm it up in the microwave, like even 5 days later, after 5 days it gets sketchy, but even 5 days, up to 5 days later, it's still going to be juicy when you warm it up in the microwave. So that's my go-to. I switch between a jerk, a honey garlic, and then a teriyaki. Just literally rotate between those three. It never gets old, man. It's so good every time. I'm cooking up some pasta right now to go with it. But that's going to be it. That's the best chicken that you can meal prep. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Little tutorial. Full day of eating is coming soon. And thanks for watching. Peace.